Okay, let's take a quick look at Q-line trades. I thought today was been pretty easy so far, and I like the short we're currently running and gunning in right now. But out of the open, I thought the long side made some sense. Let's take a look. Here's after the EU session open around 2-ish in the morning Chicago time. That was our low pivot. We ran up pre-market, came back down pre-market, got the US session open right somewhere in here. So we have lift, and right here, down, up, and buy. So not right in the burble of the immediate open, but about 2.5 to 3 minutes later, you had a higher and two little pivots there, higher than the overnight session pivot. Sellers did nothing. And I'm sure you can see so clearly with all this drawing now, price, just kidding. We have a little bit of a W pattern in there in price, and the indicator made a W pattern. Well, looky there. And then you got the buy signal, the bull. You're in, stop never more than most recent price pivot or bottom of the channel, or the bands, the Q bands, and we came up. We blipped out the most recent overnight session high, did a little bit of a level sweep and then roll over. So there's your quick scalp grab, put some money in the bank. I was not a seller here, even though I am a shortologist by nature. I love shorting stuff. Matter of fact, I walk around in a lab coat that says shortologist, PhD. That's a bad joke. Market came back down, and gosh darn if I wasn't a buyer again today. So just watch this. Lift, hold, a little bit of lift in here, hold, market stair stepping higher, and then I get another buy signal. So I took a shot at that, and I got blipped out. When it pushed, I put my stop to break even plus, and I think I got blipped out in here. And then I sat on my hands, and now I decided to be a seller because we just had another level sweep, and the buyers aren't looking all that strong to me right now. And it's a Powell speaking day. So we get a level sweep and a rollover and a bear signal. I'm in last runners. I'm in 3 MNQs. So made a little bit of money, quick scalping, break even plus a few ticks in here. And this one I'm in the money on. So I'm not yet to daily goal because I'm not playing enough position size. I would rather wait till the markets get to one of the edges of the market for the location principle. So let's see where that's at. And I'm trying to get the Moneyball dual stuff done with the programmer as fast as possible. So I've been a little bit distracted this morning. So here is our most recent edges of the market of what I would consider the most prominent of pivots. So I'd kind of like to see price get up here before I get too heavy. Okay, I see that one hit my trailing stop, so I'm out of that trade. So I made a little, few ticks, made a little, and made a decent amount here. So this one I put on 7 MNQs, took 4 off, held 3. 3 just made money, and a little over maybe 1.2 or 1.3 to 1 on the runners, where the other ones made 2 to 1 plus. Okay, so that's a key level. I will now consider this this low pivot from the overnight session, and then we had a retest out of the open. That's our edges of our current range. This pivot to me is more prominent than this one. This could go right through and not even consider it with any sort of reaction. And our really big next area of support below, is obviously right down here where the institutional buy pumpers got turned on when investment banks go use Fed discount window money to go play for free in the casino. So there we go. We're kind of in the middle of the road here. But, you know, we did get a level sweep right here and roll over. So I thought at best maybe, or at least, we'll at least come down and test the prior pivot, but institutionals and everybody back on the buy side mildly. So very likely we'll come up, retest, maybe get a level sweep. Then I'll be any price action above this pivot, I'd be very excited to take shots at today because we have additional area of resistance above this. Let me flip that out. I have something that's blocking the high of that pivot. Let me remove that. So we have this area just above. So let's see the market come up and hit that level and not stay stuck between levels. I hate when markets sit and get managed and parked between levels. It's boring. We get the most reactivity in price action when it's testing levels. So that's where we're at. Now, again, I could see somebody buying this because you can see the market continues on pullbacks to stair step higher. See, we've held, stair step higher, and well, you can, see there's a bit of an uptrend there. And now bulls are in here running it. So I could absolutely see a reason why somebody come in and be a buyer here. We have a pivot. We have sequentially higher pivots on the deeper pullbacks. And you got an area up here that's attractive to buyers to come up and distribute into. So pretty easy Q line action today. Not a lot of follow through yet until maybe just now we're starting to get some follow through. So anyhow, I put templates in the room for oil and gold. I'll keep working on more templates. I'll put more out. I put out 4 formal training videos on the Q line, how to set it up, why to set it up the way we do, how do you enter, where do you put your stop, and what are the highest of probability setups. And what happens if you take every single trade out of the open or in the prime hours for the instrument you trade, or you use the 2 out of 3 principle that I teach, where you have to have 2 things out of 3, and then you're in the framework of the highest probability of trades. So there you go, Q line setups. Glad everybody's loving the indicator. I had a feeling as soon as I kind of put it together, like, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. So there we go. They're running up to that upper range. Now price is getting to an area where you could get some good reactivity. I don't know how it could be any easier to trade than trading Q line setups after you go through the 4 videos that I just put out. I emailed out the video links to the ZBox group, to the Q Zone group. Anybody that's subscribed to the tools through QuantVue.io, Mike has added them to their formal training group of videos that covers all training, trade location, price patterns, tool setup, use, turning on alerts, all that good stuff, trade management, and so on. Got Moneyball Dual indicator coming out next, more training. Once the Moneyball Dual is in everybody's hands, I'm going to go into a concerted effort to shoot a bunch of live trading videos, me working trades live on a Tradivate Dome as I'm tracking and following Q-line signals. Most likely, I'll most likely do it I'll be trading the MNQs as I'm tracking the US 100 cash CFD. I like the data. I like the way the data feeds into the Moneyball better with the CFDs than the futures data. Not saying you can't use the NQ or MNQ data, but I like the CFD data better as far as TradingView goes. For now, we'll see what happens in the future with any additional work that TradingView does to increase their data handling capability. Right now, the best data we can get is 1-second data, which I use to feed a Renko chart. And for Q-line setups, I run a 3 box size. Okay, Q-line setups and a little bit of discussion on where the market's at right now.
So there you have it. If you have any questions, let us know at hello@QuantVue, VUE at the end, so quantvue.io. Talk to y'all later.